Okay. Let's see, we're talking skin lightening. We've been talking about lipofusion for the last few days, last few weeks. Now I want to start talking about really serious pigmentation or real pigmentation, skin pigmentation. It's one of the most troubling conditions that people have, and troubling for not just for patients, but also for dermatologists, because dermatologists don't really know what to do with hyperpigmentation. I'm going to tell you what causes hyperpigmentation here in a little bit. But just so you know, it's not, surprise, surprise, a topical condition. It shows up on the skin, but it's not caused by anything it's not caused by the skin per se, although obviously it's showing up on the skin. It's an internal condition. It's a blood condition. No surprise there. All health challenges are, or most health challenges anyway, are related to dirty blood. It's called technically melasma. That's the technical term. Hyperpigmentation is the colloquial phrase, hyperpigmentation, melasma. Melasma, hyperpigmentation, is made up of melanin, unlike lipofusion, which is a complex of a bunch of different stuff, a bunch of different elements, proteins and fats and sugars from cells. Melasma or hyperpigmentation is just pretty much pigment. In the skincare world, this condition of hyperpigmentation or uneven pigmentation is not only a major complaint, it's a major complaint, make no mistake about it, but it's so misunderstood. Most doctors will tell you that the causes are unknown, or they'll blame their favorite skin health scapegoat, the sun. And it's because of this kind of silliness, this medical ignorance, that we really don't know how to treat melasma. We really don't know how to treat hyperpigmentation without drugs. All our treatments for darkening, for lightening the skin, for lightening dark spots, involve drugs and involve medical procedures. But as with everything that gets messed up in the body, there's always going to be causes. Just because a doctor doesn't know the cause doesn't mean there's no causes. Doesn't mean that you can't do anything to address it once you understand what the causes are. There's always going to be things we could do, no matter what our health challenges are. There's always going to be things we could do from a lifestyle and from a nutritional standpoint to improve the condition, and the same is true about hyperpigmentation or melasma. Millions of women spend millions and millions of dollars on cosmetics and on dermatological consultations and estheticians and skincare procedures to try to get rid of this problem of hyperpigmentation. And melasma is particularly common in women, and that's a clue right there. You know, a lot of health issues are more commonly found in the female gender than in the male. Autoimmune diseases, for example, way more women get autoimmune diseases than men. Thyroid problems, way more women suffer from thyroid issues than men. Cellulite is largely a female condition. What do all these conditions have in common? The hormone estrogen. And guess what? Melasma or hyperpigmentation is no different. Melasma and hyperpigmentation, as we'll talk about here in a little bit, are related to the hormone estrogen. Pregnant women know good and well. They'll get something called the mask of pregnancy. It's hyperpigmentation, melasma around the eyes, but it can happen anywhere in the body in pregnant women. It can happen when you're taking the birth control pill. Both of these conditions, both of these elements involve excess estrogen, or involve the hormone estrogen. When you're pregnant, you're producing lots of estrogen. If you're on the birth control pill, you're taking estrogen. If you ask any dermatologist, if they're honest with you, they're going to tell you it's really tough to treat melasma. It's really tough to treat hyperpigmentation. And the reason it's so tough is because we're not thinking about the chemistry of pigmentation. We're just looking at it as a skin issue. No matter what your doctor tells you, if you understand biochemistry, you're going to know why you're pigmenting. And don't blame the sun. It's not the sun's fault. Tanning and pigmentation can be triggered by the sun. That's true. But in a healthy body, the pigmentation that's related to the sun is going to be even, like a tan. It's not going to be uneven splotches. Melasma doesn't occur in children. Children go out in the sun. They don't get melasma. What is it? Why don't kids get it? Why don't young adults get it? Melasma is largely a condition that occurs as we get older and as our bodies break down. That's a clue right there for you. It's related to bodily breakdown. And no one just has melasma. The skin is a window to the biochemistry of the body. When we speak skin, when we understand skin, when we understand what the skin is telling us, and this is what we've been talking about now for the last couple of months, how to speak skin. If you've been listening to The Bright Side for the last few months, you now know how to speak skin. And you now know that when something shows up on the skin, that it's related to something inside the body. You don't need to have an allergy test. You don't need diagnostics. You don't need any medicalization to treat a skin issue. You need no medicalization to treat skin issues. You know, doctoring is not something that I'm fond of, if you, as most of you guys know, if you've been listening to this program, but dermatology is the silliest aspect of all of medicine. By the time you see something on the skin, it's over, guys. Dermatologists treat the end result. By the time something's on the skin, whether it's a zit or whether it's a rash or whether it's hyperpigmentation, it's done. That's the end. You can't treat the end. You're not going to get better if you treat the hyperpigmentation. You're not going to get better if you treat the rash or the pimple. That's over. Dermatology treats the end result of a biochemical breakdown. Is that what we want? Is that the kind of healthcare we want? You don't need a dermatologist for any skin health condition. None. Why do you suppose that the only thing you're going to get from a dermatologist is an antibiotic or a steroid cream? That's it. Or maybe hydroquinone, which we'll talk about here in a minute. That's it. There's not much they can give you because there's not much they can do, because by the time you see the rash or the eczema or whatever it is, it's done. If you go to a dermatologist for your melasma, for your hyperpigmentation, they can't do anything for it except for kill the cells that make the pigment. And that's really the main strategy. Believe it or not, the main strategy for hyperpigmentation treatment, the medical strategy for hyperpigmentation treatment, is to kill the cells that make the pigment. Who the heck thinks that's a good idea? And if not killing the cells, that takes a while maybe, poisoning the cells that make the pigment. What? It's craziness, you guys. The main drug that's used to poison these pigment-making cells is called hydroquinone, and you better believe this stuff is nasty, nasty, nasty. We'll talk about that when we come back from our break. And take your calls as well. 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Block-It Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Hi, my name is DeRay, suffering from migraines, having Botox injections in my head and neck to alleviate pain, costing $1,500 out of my pocket. I discovered Dr. Ortman and Gentle Touch chiropractic adjustment called Nuka. I'm migraine-free since my first adjustment. Thanks for giving me my life back, Dr. Ortman. I wish they prescribed you instead of Botox.
Thanks, DeRay. Putting the bones back in place is only half of the solution. We design a nutritional supplement program the body can handle, actually absorb, providing nutrients, targeting the problem area. Between Nuka and nutrition, we will have you on the road to a faster and more permanent recovery. Look us up on the web at drortman.com or call 952-303-9124. Let us help you feel better faster. Wellspring Spinal Care at 952-303-9124. Again, that's 952-303-9124. Or on the web at drortman.com.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water filtration systems. The Berkey Light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light system today, complete with 2 Black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
Mike Stenerson from Midas Resources. At no time in history have precious metals been more important, certainly not in my 22 years in the industry. The dollar has lost over 90% of its value in the last 60 years. No fiat currency has ever survived the government printing presses. Ours is not immune. The time is now to be proactive. 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Anything tied to the dollar is at risk. CDs, annuities, 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, you name it, so decide. Do you want to leave a legacy of wealth or debt for your family? The choice is yours. Call me at 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Be proactive, not reactive. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 116.
Affordable health insurance was the promise of Obamacare, but for many, the government mandate caused more problems than it solved. And I want to tell you about a truly affordable alternative, Liberty HealthShare. Liberty HealthShare bypasses doctor and hospital panels, giving you the freedom to choose 100% coverage up to $1 million per year per occurrence, includes dental, vision, pharmacy, and holistic care. Call 1-800-714-6993, 1-800-714-6993, 1-800-714-6993 today.
Everyone says or does something silly once in a while, but once that embarrassing thing is on the internet, it can spread like a terrible rash. Put it to rest. Get a free expert analysis today from Reputation.com. It only takes 30 seconds. 800-831-0771. We protect your online image by helping to make sure that when people search for you or your business, they find the most current, accurate information possible. Reputation.com, because word travels fast. Call for a free analysis today. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare? Having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.
Healthy, organic, fresh fish, robust, mouth-watering vegetables, all from your home. It's called aquaponics. This brilliant, self-sustaining protein and veggie system is perfect for year-round growing. Know exactly where your food is coming from. Aquaponicssource.com is the one-stop shop for all your needs. Fish, fish food, plumbing, full systems, classes, and more. Learn to build your own system. Go to aquaponicssource.com for a free guide to aquaponics. That's aquaponicssource.com.
Did you know that drinking pure, high-alkaline water is one of the most important factors in maintaining high energy and vibrant health? Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops, available only at alkavision.com, combine a unique formula of only the most alkaline minerals. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops alkalize your water, ridding the body of harmful toxins, and helps you regain health and energy. Alkalizing your water by simply adding 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops helps the body rid itself of acidic waste, increases oxygen content, and raises the pH of your body to healthy levels. And bacteria and viruses cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops for only $29.95 at alkavision.com. That's ALKAvision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
It's so lonely here. I can barely stand it. I'm waiting for you to stroke your keys and unload over at gcnlive.com/community. Oh, come on. I know you have things to share, and there's a whole place waiting for you to share them. Light some candles, pour yourself a drink, and get cozy. Log in at gcnlive.com/community. Lots of people are satisfied. Why not satisfy yourself at gcnlive.com/community? I'm waiting. Get out of the friend zone at delicious.com.
Hi, this is Walt Augustinowitz. I'm the founder and CEO of ID Stronghold. By now you've heard our commercials about wallets that protect you from electronic pickpocketing. 10 years ago, I created a way to protect my own cards from prying eyes after government officials started talking about issuing a national ID card with a built-in radio chip called RFID. I felt having to broadcast my personal information was an invasion of privacy. Soon after, it was also announced that credit cards, debit cards, U.S. passports, hotel room keys, and even transit passes would all soon incorporate RFID. It was then I formed ID Stronghold to share my inventions in blocking RFID signals with the world. There are a lot of misconceptions out there today about RFID. I encourage everyone to get informed and get protected. Please go to idstronghold.com and get the facts and the wallet, sleeves, or badge holders you need to protect your personal financial data. You'll be pleasantly surprised that through our direct sales model, you won't pay more than other comparable unprotected wallets. It is as though the protection is free. Visit idstronghold.com today.
All right, we are back on the bright side. Got a new drug that just got approved for heart disease. It's supposed to be a blockbuster, according to Novartis, the company that makes this stuff. It's called Entresto, or LCZ 696. That's the investigational name of this stuff, Entresto. It's actually a combination of two nasty drugs, two nasty blood pressure lowering drugs that poison the heart and the kidneys. That's the doctor's strategy for taking care of heart disease, is to poison the heart and poison the kidneys. This thing's no different, Entresto. Used to treat heart failure. It's related to some of these drugs that work with an enzyme called ACE, ACE. You probably heard of these things called ACE inhibitors if you're taking a blood pressure drug. Anyway, new drug for heart failure, Entresto. I'm telling you, man, as if we need another drug, right? And this isn't even a new drug. It's just a combination of two already existing drugs. All right, anyway, we're talking hyperpigmentation here. We're talking skin health. We've been talking skin health now for a couple months. If you've got dark spots, please understand it's an internal problem. There are 4 major reasons why the skin pigments excessively, and the sun is not one of them. There's nothing, very little a doctor can do. Hydroquinone is pretty much the only thing a doctor can do to help. It doesn't prevent the formation of pigment, or I should say it doesn't prevent the causes of hyperpigmentation. What it does is kills or poisons the cells that make pigment. Stuff's called hydroquinone, and it is nasty, nasty stuff. I used to have to compound a 20% hydroquinone solution for a plastic surgeon. I used to buy it by the quart. And he was using it in plastic surgery, or for his patients after they had plastic surgery. Sometimes the skin will pigment after plastic surgery. You'll get excessive pigment. So he wanted me to make this 20% hydroquinone solution. I was making it for him for years, and I hated making this stuff. Charged him a lot of money for it, but man, did I hate making that stuff. I used to have to put it under a hood, a ventilation hood, and I'd have to wear a surgical mask because the stuff was so darn toxic. I still get a headache, even with the mask and even with the hood. Hydroquinone is so toxic, it's not even allowed in the prescription pharmacopoeia of many countries, especially European countries. The FDA considers it a, quote, possible human carcinogen. It's very similar to dry cleaning solvents. It's very similar to parabens. If you've heard of parabens and all the issues with paraben, people are all up in arms about parabens and no parabens and parabens causing cancer. Well, guess what? Parabens are used in skincare products in 0.1% concentrations. Hydroquinone, which is very similar to parabens, is used in 4% concentrations. That's, 40 times the amount that you'll get that parabens are used. Nobody's complaining about hydroquinone. Everybody's complaining about parabens. You don't want to use this stuff. Unfortunately, there's not a lot you can do topically for pigmentation. If you're not using hydroquinone, there's a couple peptides that may work a little bit. But there's a really cool vitamin that you can use for pigmentation. You guys probably know what that is. Topical vitamin. It's called retinol. Yes, retinol. Vitamin A. As if you don't have enough benefits from using topical vitamin A. Skin skin healing benefits, collagen benefits, anti-wrinkle benefits, anti-glycation or sugaring benefits. One of the ways the skin ages is it sugars, it caramelizes, and retinol or retinoic acid, vitamin A are anti-sugaring, anti-glycating. Retinol is great for acne skin, improves blemish skin. Retinol is amazing, amazing stuff. And guess what? It's great for hyperpigmentation. We'll be talking about that in the coming days. If you're interested in superior retinol product, check out my Truth Retinol Gel, 5.0%. Yes, 5% retinol. You're not going to see that anywhere, folks. And amazingly effective for hyperpigmentation. Go to truthtreatments.com. Michael Jackson had a condition called vitiligo. The singer Michael Jackson had a condition called vitiligo. Some of you guys know what that is. Vitiligo is when your skin completely turns white. It's an autoimmune disease where the pigment-making cells get killed off. Autoimmune diseases are when the body's immune system targets parts of the body. In the case of vitiligo, it targets the pigment-making cells, and you end up with white splotches on the skin. Well, Michael Jackson, or his dermatologist anyway, had this theory: if they could make his skin completely white, the vitiligo wouldn't show up, or the vitiligo wouldn't be as obvious. So they made his skin completely white. How did they do it? With hydroquinone, super high concentrations of hydroquinone. If you use just low concentrations of hydroquinone and you take time off and you don't use it for long periods of time, you just maybe affect the pigment-making cells and you'll suppress pigmentation. But if you use it a lot and you use it for a long period of time, you'll completely destroy your pigment-making cells and you'll end up completely white. That's why if you're using a hydroquinone product, you always want to take time off, maybe like a month or 2 months on, a month or 2 months off. Now, you're not going to get irreversible skin lightening with a 4% hydroquinone product. Michael Jackson was using a 20% hydroquinone product, and he used it for a long period of time. Pretty much you're only going to get a 4% hydroquinone from the pharmacy, unless you have a compounding pharmacist who can make a stronger concentration. And a 4% hydroquinone product is probably not going to cause permanent lightening a la Michael Jackson. But do you really want to put any amount of a toxic carcinogen like hydroquinone on your skin? 1%, 2%, any amount? I don't think so. That stuff is nasty, nasty, nasty. And hyperpigmentation isn't a skin issue anyway. It's an internal issue. There's 4 major causes of hyperpigmentation, 4 major causes of melasma. I told you one of them is the hormone estrogen. But there's 3 other ones, and we'll talk about those tomorrow as we continue talking melasma, and we talk real strategies for eliminating hyperpigmentation, preventing hyperpigmentation, and getting rid of your hyperpigmentation if it's already there. There are things you can do to get rid of your hyperpigmentation if it's already there, and they don't involve hydroquinone. We'll do that. We'll continue that our discussion on that tomorrow. On the bright side, 844-236-6010 is our number. And we do have a couple lines open for you. Try to call in early so we can get to all our calls. 844-236-6010 is our number. Barbara in California, what's going on?
Good morning, Ben.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm calling for a gentleman who had surgery last December that removed 30 inches of his intestine after it became twisted and died.
Okay.
He's lost 15 pounds that he's not been able to regain. He can't seem to regain his strength. His diet's pretty much gluten-free. He does eat a little bread, but mostly fruits, salads, and nuts, a little chicken, some eggs.
Yeah, let's hang on. Let's hang on right there, because when I hear that phrase, the hairs on the back of my neck go up. The phrase gluten-free, and what you're saying is the rest of your sentence is why I hate that phrase gluten-free. Okay, gluten is one of a zillion problems. And you mentioned nuts. You said fruits, nuts, and what else did you say?
Some salad and a little chicken and some eggs.
Every one of those things is every one of those things. Hang on a second, ma'am. Every one of those things is potentially just as bad as gluten. Eggs, seeds, fruits, nuts, all of it. So what good is gluten-free if he has a fruit problem or salad problem or any of those other problems? And I'm going to get to your question in a second, but I just want to point out to the listeners, not necessarily to you, Barbara, but to you as well, but to the listeners especially, gluten-free is a cliche. It's jargon. It's a way that we get talked to like we're babies, like we're infants. Don't say I'm gluten-free or we're going gluten-free. Say grain-free. Say flour-free, say processed food-free, say bread-free, but not gluten-free. All right, Barbara, I didn't mean to rip into you there, Barbara, so I'll let you continue when we come back from our break, and we'll help you with your friend and his intestine, because there is lots you could do. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back right after this. Okay, we're talking to Barbara in California. Barbara, I didn't mean to go off on a rant there. I apologize. So your friend is lost a little over 2 feet, 2.5 feet of his intestines, right?
Right.
You're saying large
Can
intestine.
Can I just tell you that he takes Xanax and clozapam?
Well, none of that's helping him. That's for sure. It definitely doesn't help the intestine. Those are well-known constipating agents. Both of those drugs.
I'm not constipated.
Oh, he's right there.
I'm sorry. I was going to.
I am on here. Yes, I'd like to talk to you.
Okay. Well.
Okay. Let's let him talk.
Let's let him talk. Okay. Go ahead, sir.
All right. I don't have any problem except I can't sleep at night. That's why I take Xanax, and I have restless leg syndrome, so I take clonazepam. Those are the only two prescription drugs.
So let me
take anything else.
Okay, sir. Hang on, sir. What's your name, by the way?
George Yenny.
Okay, George, here's the deal. You think you don't have any problems, but you got many problems. And I'm not saying this to be mean to you or to be harsh to you. I want to help you. But if you think you don't have any problems, then I can't help you. If you have restless leg syndrome, number one, that's a sign of nutritional deficiency, major nutritional deficiency. If you can't sleep at night, that's a sign of a body in distress. Your body thinks there's an emergency and it's not letting you sleep. So what you're doing is you're dumbing down your body, you're shutting down your body artificially with the drugs. What you want to do is figure out what the distress is. But if you think you're okay, you're not going to be able to find what the distress is. I'm just pointing that out to you. Here's what you need to do. Number one, which part of the intestine did they take out? Do you know?
Yes, the central small intestine.
Okay.
Right there in the middle of my stomach.
Right in the middle. That's where you're absorbing your nutrition. So you have major issues with nutritional deficiency by definition without that section of the intestine. So you're going to need liquid nutrients as much as you can put in your system. One of the best things you could do is something that we talk about in this program all the time, and it doesn't sound like you've listened to us before, so I'm going to tell you, it's called bone soup. It's where you take a chicken, a good clean bird, hormone-free, antibiotic-free, and you turn it into soup. You drop it into a pot of boiling water and make soup out of it. And the protein from the chicken will go off into the liquid, and you'll get liquid protein. It's an amazing tonic, and it's especially important for people who have lost part of their intestines or they're having nutrient malabsorption issues. They're not absorbing their nutrients. If you put vegetables in there towards the end of the cooking process, you don't want to do it too early, but towards the end of the cooking process, you'll get all the nutrients from the veggies. You have to be using liquid nutrition. Now, Barbara said something very troubling to me. You probably heard, George, that you're eating lots of fruits and I think she said nuts. Fruits and nuts and eggs, all of those can be very problematic for you. And so you want to be, well, a lot of reasons.
I've been eating them since I was a kid.
Well, you also...
Now, wait a minute, George.
All right, listen, George, please, you got to calm down, my friend. You've been eating them since you were a kid, but look what it's done to you. All right? You have part of your body hacked out because it was deformed. So who knows? I'm not saying it was the cause of it, but it could have easily been the cause of it. Those are all problematic foods for some people. Eggs are a big, well-known food allergen. Nuts are a well-known allergen as well. Nuts are, and then you said fruits are big problem for the small intestine for a lot of people. You might want to look into something called SIBO, S-I-B-O, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, which is a very good possibility for you. And that can cause problems sleeping, and that can cause problems with restless legs as well. And SIBO is intimately connected to excess ingestion of fruit sugar. So you could have had problems your whole life from those kinds of foods. I don't know if, I'm not saying you did, but you could have. So you got to watch the foods. As far as the weight gain, that's malnutrition and malnourishment. So you got to do liquid nutrients. Soups are great. Vegetable juices. Get a Vitamix. If you're going to do salads, instead of salads, do juices. Take your salad, drop it in a Vitamix with water, and grind it all up. You'll get the fiber, you'll get all the good stuff, but it'll be much easier for your body to handle the nutrients. You may not be getting the nutritional value out of the salad without the central part of your small intestine. So it's great that you're eating salads, although you could have allergies or intolerances to specific veggies, but in general, it's great that you're eating veggies, but grind them up. Vegetable soups, vegetable juices, bone soup. We have a product called the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. You definitely want to be on that. And you want to sip on it slowly. If you do it too much, you're going to have the runs. I think you said that do you have diarrhea or loose stools? George?
I go 4 times a day now.
Is it like loose? I don't know.
No, they're not loose.
They're regular?
Regular.
Like regular, shaped like your intestine?
Everything goes through me so fast because
that's the problem. That's the problem. It's called you're not absorbing. It's called malabsorption. You're not absorbing. Okay.
I understand that.
Okay, good. So what we want to do is we want to get you liquid nutrition so that you get as much makes it easier for your body to absorb those nutrients. You might want to up your fiber content, grind up some, if you can do flax seeds, grind up some flax seeds and put them in water and drink them down. You might to get a little bit more fiber in your diet. And then bentonite clay may also help slow down the release of slow down your bowel movements a little bit. A spoonful of bentonite clay in water. It tastes great too, and it's a good source of minerals. Definitely, you need probiotics or good bacteria. Now, you can do a supplemental form of probiotics, which I highly recommend. The BioLumin Nightly Essence is my favorite. In addition to that, you can do probiotic-enriched foods, and that means kefir and miso and tempeh and pickled beets, and anything that's pickled or fermented is going to help you with bacteria in the gut. Get a book called The Art of Fermentation and make your own sauerkraut and make your own fermented food. A couple other things, you can use something called prebiotics. There's a product called inulin, inulin, prebiotics that help support the probiotics, and you can get inulin supplements, and that will help too. And then apple cider vinegar after all your meals will help you with your...
I drink that.
Good for you. Organic apple cider vinegar, and then use some digestive enzymes with your apple cider vinegar. Good deal. Make sure you're doing the apple cider vinegar with the digestive enzymes in the apple cider vinegar together with your meals. The gluten-free is problematic because you could be having problems with other entities that are other chemical entities that are found in flour and processed foods that are not gluten. So you may be going gluten-free, but you may be getting other things that are causing a problem. What you want to do is you want to connect up the foods that are causing the digestive problems and then eliminate those foods, and then liquid nutrition and probiotics. And it's absolutely vital, George, I'm telling you, because of your malnourishment and malabsorption, it's absolutely vital that you get on a nutritional supplement program. If you want to use the longevity supplements, which I recommend, you can go to my website, but whatever it is, you do get on a nutritional supplement program. The restless leg syndrome and the problem sleeping at night are classic signs of a body that is in distress, and nutritional deficiencies, which you're obviously dealing with without part of your small intestine, are a major way that your body can be in distress. But your body, make no mistake about it, your body is in distress, whether you know it or not, and malnourishment is probably a big part of that. Got to move on. Thank you so much for your call. Appreciate it. If you want more information, George, because you do have there's some complications, I can't really address everything on the radio, send me an email, ben@ksco.com. Put your phone number in there and say George from the radio, and I'll take your call. I'll give you a call and I'll help you out personally. All right. Thanks for your call, George. Appreciate it. Okay, hang tight if you're on hold. We'll get to you when we come back. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. All right, we're back on The Bright Side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Emily in Illinois, what's going on?
Yeah, hi, Ben.
Hello.
Good to talk to you, and good morning.
Good morning. What's up?
Poison ivy.
For you? You got poison ivy?
Poison ivy, planting shrubs, pulling out some so-called weeds, July 4th. And,
weeds are powerful medicine, by the way. Weeds are herbal medicine. What's that?
Honestly, I've been trying to look it up on the internet, just what's going on in the subcutaneous level of my skin.
You mean with your poison ivy?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk poison ivy real quick here, but I just wanted to mention that weeds, what we call weeds, are really powerful medicine to an herbalist. There's actually a weed called uva ursi. Have you ever heard of this? Uva ursi bear claw?
It's for women.
Yes, exactly. It's got natural hydroquinone in it. We've been talking about skin lightening. I used to actually pick uva ursi and put it in my skin lightening gel when I was doing my compounding pharmacy. But anyway, poison ivy is a resin, or the itching that's associated with poison ivy is caused by a resin a sticky substance. So if you want it, if you contact the shrub, the poison ivy bush, as soon as you touch the poison ivy, as soon as you get it, go into the kitchen and get some apple cider vinegar, or if you don't have apple cider vinegar, some kind of oil, and rub it on the area that you touch, and that will dissolve the resin. In a pinch, you can use grain alcohol or vodka. If you want to go, if you're not worried about toxicity, acetone works, paint thinner, paint remover, nail polish remover. All of these have solvents, and I would personally, I wouldn't do that. But if you really, you're in a bind and you touch the poison ivy or poison oak or sumac or whatever it was, it's a resin. You can't rinse it off. It's sticky. Plants are really smart. They make all kinds of compounds like gluten to keep people from touching them or eating them, and the resin is very sticky. So you're not going to be able to rinse it off with water, but you can dissolve it with some kind of oil solvent or acetone or something along those lines. Now, once you have the poison ivy and once you have the reaction, you're really stuck. There's not much you could do, although you can soothe and calm the irritation or the inflammation down and help with the itching a little bit with calamine lotion, zinc oxide, or Benadryl cream. Benadryl cream is an antihistamine cream that slows down the production or the release of the itching chemicals that are released as a reaction to the poison ivy. So using Benadryl cream, or even if you're really miserable, taking Benadryl orally, although that will knock you out a little bit. Calamine, zinc oxide, Benadryl cream, and then sometimes people get benefits by using cortisone cream too, topically. As far as getting rid of the resin, you want grain alcohol or vinegar or oil, and then, as I say, nail polish remover if you don't care about toxicity, turpentine even, or gasoline even for that matter, if you don't care about toxicity. Does that help you, Emily?
Yeah, it does help, but I still have that odd smell coming from my skin. Actually, I got it head to toe. My eye...
You got the poison ivy head to toe?
Yes. And
what were you doing, rolling around in there naked or something, Emily? How'd you get poison ivy head to toe? You must have been spreading the resin, scratching it?
Yeah, without gloves. And
yeah, you see, poison, that's the way the stuff works. It's a resin, and when you scratch it, you actually spread the resin around. You can't see the resin. It's very thin. It's a very thin layer, but you're actually spreading it around. That's why it's so important not to scratch. But as soon as you contact the resin, getting it off your skin with some kind of oil solvent is the best way to take care of that. I'm going to move on, Emily. Thank you so much for your call. Appreciate it. God bless you. Good luck with everything. Shane in North Carolina, what's up? Welcome to the bright side. Shane? Shane?
Hoping that you could address. Now, the first thing is that I called previously, and you had told me about skin tags and, basically what the root cause of them is.
Okay.
And so I do have that issue, which the cosmetics are getting better just with tea tree oil. However, I'm more concerned with the underlying
Yes,
cause,
you should be. You should be. Skin tags are a sign. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The other thing I wanted to mention was that I had listened to a recent interview with Dr. Drew, and he was talking about a liver cleanse and some stuff like that. I wanted your take on various liver cleanse options.
I don't buy into liver cleanse. I don't buy into the whole liver cleanse thing. The best way to do a liver cleanse is to stop eating, to stop putting stuff in that your liver has to process, and that's food mostly, drugs also. For the liver's processing all the poison we put in, and so stop putting the poison in, and the liver will cleanse itself. The problem I have with liver cleanse formulas and liver cleanse products is now your liver has more work to do. What is the organ that has to process all the herbs and all the stuff in your liver cleanse? In your liver cleanse formula, the liver.
Exactly.
So you got a liver that's overworked, and you're trying to cleanse it by giving it more work to do. It just doesn't make sense to me. So that's my take on liver cleanse, and I don't really recommend very many liver cleanse products, although liver cleansing by fasting is a great strategy.
So that would be the recommended procedure.
That's the way I would do it. No sugar, no drugs, no food. Give your liver a break.
Yeah, because I definitely don't want to, cross the line and end up getting an irreversible, diabetes situation going.
Well, you may have diabetes is not irreversible, and you may already have diabetes, especially if you got the skin tags. To the extent that you have the skin tags is the extent you have a sugar problem, and it's very common. It's almost impossible not to have a sugar problem, really, if you're a standard American, whatever that is. But skin tags you want to consider to be a sign that your blood sugar is starting to get out of control. Any growths in the body are related to sugar/insulin and estrogen, and I'm talking fibroids, I'm talking cysts, I'm talking tumors, I'm talking skin tags, I'm talking acne. any kind of growth, when cells are hyperactive, hyperdividing, hyperproliferating, wherever that occurs, focus on the hormone insulin/sugar, because they're related, obviously, and estrogen. Now, you're probably not going to have, you may have an issue with estrogen, but more than likely you're looking at a blood sugar issue, Shane. So the only way to tell is to look for other symptoms. Do you find yourself going low blood sugar, hypoglycemic? Do you find yourself craving sugar? Those are signs that you might have a sugar problem.
I find myself craving sugar.
All right.
For sure.
Do you have a blood pressure thing? Have you gained weight around your gut in your middle, where you were skinny when you were a kid and then you started to gain weight when you were in your 30s or 40s? All of those are signs that your blood sugar is starting to get whacked out. I'd be treating myself as a diabetic, Shane. Regardless of what the doctor tells you, just treat yourself as a diabetic. Go ketogenic, meaning high protein, high fat, low sugar, and that means bread and pasta and cereal and rice and potatoes and all the stuff we talk about all the time on this program, fruit juice, etc. And then use your diabetic or blood sugar stabilizing nutrients, the B vitamins, vitamin B3, niacin, vitamin B1, thiamine, chromium and vanadium. That's the Sweeties product that Dr. Wallach formulated. Magnesium, taurine, arginine. There's a whole slew of nutrients that are important for helping stabilize sugar. More fiber. That can help slow down the release of sugar, and then more protein is a great way to wean yourself off of sugar. Shane, I'd be treating myself as a diabetic if I were you.
Could I ask you one other quick question?
Of course.
I had my appendix taken out when I was 12, and I was wondering if I've heard some say that the appendix actually still do have a function, even though some people say that. So is there anything that you recommend that people without an appendix do differently?
Yes, 100%. The appendix is a warehouse for probiotics, for good bacteria. So without an appendix, you're almost guaranteed to have digestive issues. And you've got to have digestive issues, Shane. If you don't know, if you don't know it, look for them. Without an appendix, you're guaranteed to have digestive problems unless you take care of it. Probiotics are a must, and fermented foods are a must for anybody who's had their appendix taken out. And there's a major connection between good bacteria in the gut and blood sugar. And diabetes and dysbiosis, which is a fancy way of saying messed up gut bacteria, go hand in hand. Dysbiosis, messed up gut bacteria, precede diabetes and blood sugar problems. So guaranteed you got a blood sugar problem, but you more than likely also have a digestive issue also, as well. I call that the triangle of disease. If you've listened to this program, everybody has it. When they have any kind of health challenge, degenerative health challenge, behind it, there is a digestive problem, a blood sugar problem, and then an adrenal stress issue, which follows the digestion and the blood sugar issues. Does that make sense, Shane?
Yes, it does.
Okay, my friend. Okay, good. Good luck with everything. All right, AJ in Indiana, what's up? Welcome to the bright side.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Yeah, I got a problem like my fingernails. They got a real dark spot. I think I got. I'm not getting oxygen down in my
Yeah, you got a heart problem. Sounds like. How old are you?
62.
Okay. Do you have a history of heart disease or heart problems, circulatory problems anywhere?
Not that I know of. I feel great. Well, I have retina pigmentosis.
That's all circulation. Retina pigmentosa is a sign that the body's starting to break down, and behind all breakdown is dirty blood. Out of time, AJ, if you can call back tomorrow, I'll help you on the air. If you want, I'll help you personally. Send me an email, ben@ksco.com. Put your phone number in there, and I'll help you on the phone. But if you can call back tomorrow, we can help a lot of folks if we take care of this on the air. Thanks for your call, AJ. And that's all the time we have for today. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for listening. Check out my website, brightsideben.com. You can purchase longevity products right off the website. And if you're interested in purchasing any of my skin health formulations, go to truthtreatments.com. Take a specially long look at the retinol gel. Thanks for listening, friends. Have a spectacular, beautiful, awesome day. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
There are hundreds of silver products on the market today, but there's nothing like the astonishing health benefits of the multi-patented One Silver Solution. Boost your immune system at a great price with our Silver Solution Liquid, starting at $12.95 a bottle. Now available in regular and extra strength. That's half the price of the leading competitors. Call 844-USILVER for your free catalog, or go to onesilversolution.com. onesilversolution.com. There is only one Silver Solution.
Hey, Berkey Guy here. Are you still drinking unfiltered tap water? Does your water contain chlorine or fluoride? Will you have drinkable water in an emergency? The Berkey Guy is here to help you remove these and other potential contaminants from your water, thus helping you drink clean, purified water. We offer Berkey water purification systems at the lowest available prices online. Don't go another moment without Berkey system. Over the last 10 years, we've helped thousands drink clean, purified water. Join them by visiting goberkey.com or call me, the Berkey Guy, at 877-886-3653. That's 877-886-3653.
Affordable health insurance was the promise of Obamacare, but for many, the government mandate caused more problems than it solved. And I want to tell you about a truly affordable alternative, Liberty HealthShare. Liberty HealthShare bypasses doctor and hospital panels, giving you the freedom to choose 100% coverage up to $1 million per year per occurrence, who includes dental, vision, pharmacy, and holistic care. Call 1-800-714-6993. 1-800-714-6993. 1-800-714-6993 today.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state in back taxes, you know they'll never stop coming after you. With bank levies, wage garnishments, they'll even seize your home or business. The good news? A government program for tax debt forgiveness. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative.
I'm Paul Sibley with U.S. Tax Shield. We can help navigate the new laws, get you protected, and resolve your tax issues permanently.
Call the experts at U.S. Tax Shield now for your free consultation and get a guaranteed quote to resolve your case. Call 800-436-6451. That's 800-436-6451.
As if chlorine in our water weren't bad enough, now they're adding ammonia?
It's true. Some municipalities are now adding ammonia plus chlorine to your water supply. It's a disinfectant called chloramine. But with a trusted Big Berkey water filter, you can keep chloramine out of your water. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show EPA Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market. The gold standard in water purification. And our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99 and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey Guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit goberkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey Guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey Guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey Guy.
Did you know that drinking pure, high alkaline water is one of the most important factors in maintaining high energy and vibrant health? Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops, available only at alkavision.com, combine a unique formula of only the most alkaline minerals. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops alkalize your water, ridding the body of harmful toxins, and helps you regain health and energy. Alkalizing your water by simply adding 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops helps helps the body rid itself of acidic waste, increases oxygen content, and raises the pH of your body to healthy levels. And bacteria and viruses cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops for only $29.95 at alkavision.com. That's ALKAvision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.